There's something that drives us nuts on this station. These environmental radicals who are ruining this state and imposing all of these ridiculous, unfounded regulations on us in the name of junk science. One of them is this whole banning plastic bags thing, or even paper bags now across the board, across this state. It's happening everywhere.
Yeah, you have to pay 12 cents if you forget your little recycled bag. Come on, what kind of garbage government is this?
Oh, in my little town, it's now 25 cents. That's what they're
Ooh.
imposing. And, this is stupid. It's unfounded. It's based on junk science. A guy who knows more about this than any of us is Phil Rozenski. Phil is with the American Progressive Bag Alliance. Phil, thanks for joining us here on KSFO. I understand you are leading the charge against this plastic bag ban.
Well, first I'd like to say thank you for having me on your show this morning. And yes, I'm working with the industry to help get the facts out. As you said, a lot of this is being led by junk science.
Absolutely. So let's just talk about this here in the state of California. We already had laws in the books for the plastic bags. Outside every store that is distributing these bags, there's a receptacle where you can put them in to get them recycled because they're all perfectly recyclable, right?
Absolutely. One of the things people don't realize is this is a 100% recyclable product. It's made right here in the United States. Our industry employs 30,000 Americans, 2,000 right there in California. And you're correct. We have a robust recycling infrastructure that's growing every year. What people fail to realize is the alternatives are actually worse for the environment.
Yeah.
They increase landfill because they're thicker and they're heavier. They increase trucks and greenhouse gases on the road. There are just so many things that are counterintuitive of what we're being told. You're right. They have hijacked science, and this is being led by a junk science campaign.
One thing that is scientific that we do know about plastic bags is when people recycle them, they get sick more often because there's more germs in them. People don't wash those plastic bags, and they collect all kinds of bacteria.
The reusable bags that we're being encouraged to purchase.
Exactly.
Absolutely. There have been multiple studies done by scientific organizations. We see news agencies repeating the same studies. Over half of the bags that are tested have bacteria in them, and 90% of people consistently are saying they never washed these bags. So really, we're taking a product that was designed to be sanitary and protective, and we're replacing it with something that you don't know what's going on there. What's with the bag that's in front of you in line or behind you? People are saying, well, just wash your bag. Well, yeah, that's great for the individual, but what about the person around you? There are so many unknowns that aren't being addressed by this. We're driving people to worse alternatives. People fail to realize we're actually importing 500 million reusable bags into this country a year.
Where are they coming from?
They're all coming from China, pretty much.
Oh, great.
From China.
Unbelievable.
So they're doing our job and sending them to China and dismantling recycling infrastructure. This whole debate is not about facts. It's really about feel-good imagery. It's about junk science, and the facts have been hijacked to do this.
Okay, Phil, the question I have for you, this terminology that's thrown about carbon footprint, I'm just curious, these reusable bags that everybody's using now that are being made in China, I'm curious what their carbon footprint is like compared to just the regular bags that we are used to having that we can actually recycle. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, actually, yes. There was a study released by the British Department of the Environment just about 2 years ago. If you take a cotton reusable bag, you have to use it at least 131 times before it'll be environmentally competitive to a plastic retail bag.
Excuse me, I am not going to be using a cotton bag 131 times. First of all, it'll fall apart. Secondly, it'd be disgusting and dirty, and who cares?
Right.
Yeah, and this is a good example. Everything we're seeing that's been boiled down into these sound bites, they're just basically stealing the science away from us. And the facts have no longer become part of their discussion. They just pretty much fabricate what they need to get this passed.
Okay, another fact that we keep hearing. We keep hearing that these plastic bags are killing fish and dolphins and whales. I've never... Tell us about that. I just refuse to believe anything.
Have there been any dolphins washing up on shore recently that we don't know about?
Well, I want to introduce you to the facts because, that's probably one of the things you're not hearing here. Plastic bags, when it comes to litter, in San Francisco, before they banned them, were only 0.6% of litter. They were never a significant contributor. This is consistent across the country when there's litter surveys. For every plastic bag that is in the litter, which, by the way, we obviously don't want, there are 199 other items. When it comes to landfill, in California, they're 0.3% of the landfill. They are so insignificant to the bigger challenges being faced, but they're being portrayed as the ultimate solution.
Okay, so here's the age-old question. Paper or plastic?
Oh, absolutely plastic. You're going to use less energy. You're going to take less trucks to get it out there. It's 100% recyclable. They're produced here in the United States from a byproduct of natural gas refining, so they're not driving consumption of natural gas or oil in the United States. This is a great product. It's sanitary every time you get it in the store, so you don't have to worry about bacteria. Absolutely plastic bags.
And you know, the other part of it that people don't realize, Phil, is when you do have to cough up 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents, whatever the charge is in your local community to buy a bag now where they have these bag bans, that money goes right into the cash register of the store in which you purchase the bags, doesn't it?
That's a good point. What we've seen is to get to stakeholders on the other side, they provided them a financial incentive.
Yes.
So this money isn't going to city programs that are going to, improve our schools or public safety. All these fees are going right into the hands of the retailers.
I don't care where the money goes. I don't want to have to pay it. What is the status of the legislation here in California?
Well, right now we're actively engaged to get the facts out. We actually have a campaign out there. We have a website that helps educate people called Bag the Ban. We're helping get the facts out so people can reach out to the legislators and help them understand that they're not getting the full story.
So it's bagtheban.org?
Bagtheban.com.
Okay, cool.
And right there, you'll see a header. We have a section specifically about California so people can get the facts and be educated and share them with their legislators.
By the way, who's driving this whole plastic bag ban?
Which environmental nut, in other words?
Well, we see a few groups in California that are out there with that. I think you could probably search the media and find out who the one of the day is, but there's a few of them, but they're all using the same false premise.
All right, we got the bag jihadis out there that are going after us. Hey, Phil Rozenski from the American Progressive Bag Alliance, thanks for joining us.
Thank
Really
you.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it on behalf of all of our employees and getting the facts out there. We appreciate you having us on today.